Hey gang, Brandon Hawk here with Coach Me If You Can, where we sit down with some of the world's most elite leaders to talk creating connected success, a success that's built from the inside out. Today, I'm sitting down with world-renowned satire artist JP Sears. JP Sears is a viral sensation. His creativity has elevated him above the pack. His comedic genius is admired and consumed by millions. In this episode, I take JP through a process that unlocks his greatest fear, gives him clarity of vision, and the courage to take daily inspired action on behalf of his heart. Let's dive in and meet JP.
JP, comedic genius, cultural transformer, having answers and solutions to the world's problems through satire, right? Bringing just a massive light to the planet. You stepping into that kind of energy daily. Mm-hmm. That I am a cultural transformer. I am the greatest of all time. Nobody does it like JP does it. What comes up inside of you? What are those feels?
Yeah, the first thing is a fear, it's a fear that it would all go away. Kind of like if I let more and more out, then more can be taken away. If for whatever reason, and it's, the imagination of my fear speaking, but it's like, yeah, it's a fear that if I go into greaterness, both in the creative, conscious comedy expression, and then receiving the fruits of that labor, it's a fear that, if I have more, then more can be taken away. And it would really hurt to lose what I've got. But it would hurt even more to lose
all of that bounty, right?
Yeah.
All of that, yeah.
JP's greatest fear is his fear of loss. How many of you can relate to that same fear? Especially in a season of growth, expansion, and elevation. The higher the heights, the bigger the fall. It's only the tip of the iceberg of what's underneath JP's emotional waters.
So dive, go into the well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go into the well. What is there? That being taken away, right? What's underneath that? What's underneath? Like, whoa, it could all be taken away.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here, it's taken away. So, okay, I failed. I failed. I'm like my value. My value is taken away.
Ooh.
My worth is taken away. And almost kind of like here's the story. What makes people like me is the comedic genius, and if that's taken away, and even if I have more and then more is taken away, then I'm not likable. If that was taken away, and if I'm not likable, I'm just unworthy and feel small. That feeling of small is there.
So to be big, you will have to address your smallness.
Yeah, rather than avoid it and limit the bigness.
Okay. So when you avoid your smallness, who do you become?
Yeah, when I avoid my smallness, who do I become? I become someone scared, playing it safe. Feels like a timid child energy is who I become in part when I'm trying to avoid my smallness.
So you become timid.
Yeah.
What role do you take on, timid JP?
Yeah.
You're in that timid, unsure, kind of, I can't be too big.
Yeah.
Who do you become in that kind of, you just feel it's kind of snaky, sneaky, greasy,
Yeah.
right? I can feel it in my body right now. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah, I become, I think, like a overgiver.
Okay.
It's like, I overgive, which,
Okay. So
you know,
you make
false responsibility.
you make sure everyone else is okay.
Yeah, like especially in my personal life.
So y'all are okay, right?
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah, and yes, and part of that, you guys are all okay in my personal life. Part of that is I vilify my own feelings and kind of hide the scary feelings from people in my life. Sometimes my wife,
Yeah.
Amber, like, oh, I've got to protect you because I wouldn't be lovable to you if these feelings I'm avoiding were to come out. So I become emotionally honest or emotionally dishonest and
Yeah.
start like becoming overly responsible for people.
That is the reaction to your smallness, is false responsibility for others. You don't take responsibility here, take false responsibility out there, and then you overgive.
JP just revealed that he is an overgiver, that it is easier at times to give beyond his capacity to others than it is for him to feel the uncomfortable feelings of shame. How many of you can relate to JP? How many of you have hidden behind the role of being an overgiver, doing for others, taking responsibility for everyone else, rather than taking responsibility for what is happening inside of you? Resentment is a signpost to overgiving, and overgiving always leads to disconnection. So what was JP's overgiving all about? It was really about not wanting to feel the uncomfortable feelings of shame.
So you're telling me JP Sears, comedic genius, global star, deals with feelings of shame.
Yeah.
And that shame, when he avoids his shame, he overgives and creates disconnection in his life. And then ultimately the disconnection is with your higher self and your greatness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You give your power away rather than owning your power as the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting, yes, and that's an interesting full circle of the disconnection starts with me avoiding the feeling of smallness, afraid of that. And then externally, disconnection happens, and that winds up full circle where it's just leveraged into more disconnection from my feelings, my heart and soul, my creative muse, my higher self. Santa Claus, but like all the things that are probably pretty synonymous.
Love you. That's right. God and Santa Claus.
Yeah, there's both white men with beards. That's all I know.
Remember, what you resist persists. If you resist the smallness, aka shame inside of yourself, that smallness and that shame will only show up in your external world. By going within and amplifying those feelings that are inside of you, you can guarantee that greater clarity, greater growth, and greater expansion will happen on an external level. JP Sears, thank you so much for being brave enough to allow us into your home and into your internal home. Thank you for being a pioneer of the heart. Thank you for transforming culture through your comedic genius. And thank you for having this relevant conversation with me and with the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that feels so good to give myself permission. I mean, what a new depth of creativity. And it feels like there's something there.
Yes.
It's just drilling through a new membrane. A topic that's so off limits.
Yeah.
It even triggers my own smallness. That's exciting
Ooh.
and scary
Yes.
and enlivening.
This is so big and so elevated and so goat-like that your smallness, your childhood trauma, your smallness can't even hang around in it,
Yeah.
right? That it has to be resolved because it is so elevating.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost like getting there
Yes.
is helping resolve it.
That's right.
And yeah.
So this is right here
that.
bringing healing to you,
Yeah.
bringing connectedness to you. It is the treasure. Let's say this. This is the treasure.
Yeah. This feeling is the treasure.
It's the treasure.
Going into it.
Yeah.
Going into this feeling is
Yeah.
the treasure.
This is how a creative genius doesn't stay stuck, but keeps elevating and elevating and elevating and reinventing and recreating all the way.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. I'd like to invite you to our community where we are creating success from the inside out. I'd love for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are making and putting out weekly videos. If there's someone that you would like to see on the show, please leave a comment below. I'll see you on the next video.